Hey guys, Roosterpin here, so I'm back with more of Stories, the Path of Destinies. So first off, okay, so that's just my ship, so that's why I got confused. Okay. I destroy these.
Renata felt a little better.
Oh good, there was health in those. I desperately needed that. We're starting off right where we left off last time, so it's chapter 3. Alright. So these crystals can have health in them, that's good to know. Almost back to full health, which I know I'm going to be needing soon. At full health, okay. Like ores. In fact, I know there are ores in some of them. Alright. Two different directions. I'm going to keep going up the stairs. Oh wait. Let's destroy these first.
Renata went to the china shop. For some reason, the owner was always nervous.
So I can do a hookshot path, or I can go up the stairs. You know what? Hookshot it is. There's a chest here, which means it was worth it. And that's the first I've seen that thing actually on.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
Yeah, well, as soon as I find a workbench... Alright. Now, what do you actually do? You take me back to the beginning of the thing. Okay.
Who needed bridges anyway?
I am curious about one other thing. Can I... Wrong sword. Okay, I cannot do anything there. Alright, so that's as far as I can go. Got it. There is something there, but I don't have the sword to do it. So for now, I still have to go up the steps. Just need to remember how to do that. I don't like it that I haven't run into any enemies. I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. The next thing I'm going to worry about is these steps falling. I can't open this one. Oh, I can? A little different than the other hero ones. There it is. They're new. Avoid the Warlock's fire spell. It will damage everyone in the area once it explodes. Got it. Alright, got rid of the Warlock. I know there's health here. Oh, so close to leveling up. So close. Okay, apparently I already broke all the health there was. Oh, nope, there's some. That's definitely designed to lead you into a full sense of security. So that'll take me back somewhere, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep going with these hook shots. I'm glad I did, because there's a chest here. It's quite a bit of ore. Definitely have enough ore to make another sword, or to upgrade a sword. Alright. Okay, I think this is a new area.
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
I mean, I'm going to try talking, if that's an option.
It was a bit windy up here.
That tells me I'm probably not staying up here. Any help? No? Alright, an encampment. A workbench! So we upgrade the hero sword. I can make Firestorm. Let's make Firestorm
Burning
first.
sword from the south was terrific for barbecuing sausages and ravens.
Trophies Excalibur? Nah. Oh, I see. That's what it means by energy. Okay. Alright. I was going to guess that those fruits were energy, and yep, they are. This will also allow me to unlock different paths. And I can switch easily. Right now, there's no reason not to use the fire store.
Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
I'm the one who's supposed to be making bad jokes. Curious how you get over there. Maybe it's one of those cases where you need a different type of sword. Alright. Oh, I have to hold it down. Okay, got it. Totally worth it. Ooh, not you. I need to get more elemental swords. Now I'm leveled.
Renato reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, please. I'm enjoying this a little too much. She said, shaken. Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia.
Yeah, I'm going to try to avoid that if I'm given the option.
Imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebels' secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
Yeah, I'm choosing the talk option.
pulled away from the Nexus, Bernardo could see the fear in Zenobia's eyes. I can't take her to those creatures at the base, he whispered to Lapino. Ah, you've gone soft. Soft in the head. We captured her for what she knows. I'll take her to the mountains. Tell all the horrible things the Emperor's done. Yeah, believe me. She'll turn. And he turned the wheel. The hell you will! Shouted Lapino, and he grabbed the wheel back from him. The two of them wrestled for control of the ship. It shot off like a mad sparrow. Suddenly,
Apparently launched
Bernardo
Tornado.
was falling. When he came to, Zenobia was standing over him. Why didn't you take me to the base to be interrogated? She demanded. Do you know what's left of people they interrogate? This is some trick, isn't it? To make me fall for you again. Well, I won't. Oh, go on then. Scurry back to your ravens. I can't stop you. But strangely, she didn't. As Renato set off to find the Farfarer, she followed him, keeping just out of sight of the ravens.
Interesting. And I don't think I can do anything with this at the moment. So I need 30 to upgrade the hero sword, 50 to do anything else. Well, I'll take anyway. Obviously fire takes fire, water takes water. So the Void Blade also takes wind essence, like the Hero Blade does. Okay. Okay, hook shot then.
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
Thank you for bringing up that weirdness that exists in games. Two different paths. One of them probably leads to a chest, but I have no idea which one is the one that would do that. Oh, there's ravens here, and there is the warlock. Let me get out there. All right. Okay. That worked out better than I was expecting, honestly. The warlock's what's going to be a pain. Okay, another transport. Oh, I got ore. I'm curious what happens when I inevitably die on this. Probably need the ice sword for that. The hero sword can open this. Okay, so any sword can open a hero sword door. Makes sense.
Mother had never let him wave his sword around at home. He guessed he was still compensating for that.
Oh, I love the humor in this game. So it would have ended up here no matter what if I'm right on what that symbol means. Oh, chest. Trophy earned Finders Keepers.
This would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
I mean, yeah. Don't know where that fire's coming from, actually. There's no warlock there. It wasn't coming from me. Oh, I went up another level. The good, the bad, and the... I can't read the rest of it.
Zenobia came up, still mad.
Did you really think you'd just talk me into betraying my father?
Oh yeah, sure, that was exactly my plan.
Then why aren't you even talking to me?
Because I've never talked you into anything in my life.
They're gonna court-martial you for letting me go.
He caught a whiff of the Farfarer. Wet rope, tar, and a cask of Scobel ale he'd spilt last year.
It was that way.
I don't think the point is talking, the point is showing. Okay, Void Sword for that one, because it's purple.
Bernardo's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he? Bernardo wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicion.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I could use the fire sword to light those coals, but it doesn't look like it. Trophy earned anger management.
Who made all these ore chests anyway? Well, you could have quite a business doing that.
I really feel like I should be allowed to light these, but evidently not, unless that's something I can do with an upgraded sword. Well, hookshot time. I keep wanting to move right away, but I know that'll kill me in the long run. Curious. Well, now I'll never know. Maybe if I had taken a different way, I would have ended up on that. Well, there's a ship.
Sure enough, the Farfarer had crashed in some rocks. There was no sign of Lupino. Zenobia caught up. All that kid stuff in Swordfu school. Look, look, that's the past. We're adults now. We have duties to other people. We have destinies. What are you talking about? And you are the most arrogant, slow-witted, light-fingered, mercenary, immoral, reckless... Run away with me, said Renato, and he realized he meant it. Oh, just like that, she demanded. I will, if you will. So she kissed him. And it was the best kiss he'd ever had. They held hands as they boarded the Farfarer. Renato felt light-hearted, like the winds that were playing the rigging like a balalaika. But Lupino, I need to get back to Lupino, he said, suddenly realizing he could have been captured. A prisoner. He's not. How'd you know? He saw something in her eyes he didn't understand. He fell, didn't he? Into the abyss.
She looked away.
So you lose one of them no matter what, is what I'm seeing here.
But then A bolt smashed through the Farfarer's keel. The broken ship plummeted out of the clouds.
This is starting to become a theme.
Renato picked himself off the deck. They were alive.
We have to get to my private ship, she said. Do you trust me? I guess I must, he said. You go on ahead. Clear the path, she said. I can't kill my own soldiers.
He wanted to say that he didn't trust her, that he had no idea what he was getting into.
But he did trust her.
But he had no choice, did he? He was following his heart. That's what it means to be a hero. You had to follow your heart.
Only 25, so I can't do anything there. So I am curious, what's the next upgrade? Ignites all surrounding enemies. Okay. Okay, there's going to be a battle soon. I'm assuming this requires Void. Yeah. Because I'm betting... Yep, okay. Oh, I need
Renato
this.
felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Let's increase our health. I didn't realize I could just put points into that right away. Still don't know what the truths are. Almost did not see that bridge there. Okay, the fact that that's there worries me. I'm sure it's not just for this. 2 or short.
That was always a rush.
Alright, there they are. Oh no, you don't. I really hate those warlocks. I need to go after them right away, but they make me open for, well, that. This is new. Alright, there's gotta be health in at least one of these crates, right?
Think of all the artisans he was creating employment for. Truly, he was a job creator.
Okay, that's funny. Come on. There's gotta be something. We need health. Oh, there's some health. Alright. Third of the way back to full.
There was an inscription, no spitting.
Knew it. There had to be something back here. Well, that's enough to upgrade the hero sword. I'm curious if there's probably doors later
Renato
on that
rubbed
require
the
a certain
fruit
level.
into his wounds. He felt better already.
Oh, so that's how they're working their salves. And this should take me back to that first ship that I bypassed earlier, right? That takes me to a completely new area, and I need to get rid of you first. Well, I'm getting better at using the dodge. Not a lot better, but better. Void, so I can't open that, which means I can only go this way. I wasn't entirely sure this was the right direction, but evidently it is. And I'm dead.
Dying, he thought. I'm the hero.
Restart from checkpoint. Works for me. Looks like it heals you a little bit. Okay, got rid of the Warlock.
Renato felt ready to become faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which.
Is that looking fun at me because I haven't actually gone with a set thing yet? Even though I don't actually have the option to. No curiosity. Oh, yep, that thing's gone now. Okay. Alright, so it's not too punishing if you die from what I've seen, which is good. Maybe my first death, but I'm sure it's the first of them.
Not personal, but you smell terrible.
And I need to get rid of you. Ugh. No, what? I'm stuck. How did I get stuck? I'm not even sure if this is the right checkpoint.
Where Renato went next, we cannot follow. Yet.
Alright. I really need to get rid of this. Maybe I should go for the time stop one next. I have a feeling that might be helpful. No way of healing. Oh, that's new. Okay, good to know that's where the checkpoint was.
They paused to catch their breath. It was strange to be so close to her. What are you thinking? He asked. I'm trying very hard not to think. Me too, he said. Up ahead, he could see the thin silver of Zenobia's personal ship. It looked fast. They would leave all this behind.
First, I'm opening this chest. Then, can I destroy these? No? This was a shot. gotta be health in at least one of these, right? No? This is gonna be annoying. Mainly due to the fact that the camera's always from above. And what am I stuck on? I was really expecting to be fighting there. There it is. Yeah, not surprised that happened.
Find out what's next, he thought.
Going to bet that's the checkpoint, though. Yep, okay. At least it's forgiving. I don't have to worry about the Warlock on this one. Now let's see. I'll take the energy, but I really need his health. I'll take the ore too, for that matter. If I end up with the 50 ore, I'm going with the void.
Don't look down.
I think I have enough to do that.
Don't look down.
Oh, I see you. Where'd it go? Ah, oh, so close. Yeah, I need to get review first. Okay, setting on fire helps. And there's no crates or anything on this one. Okay. I see hookshot parts. Ooh. I need to time this one carefully. And now.
What else could you hook?
And there. And there. That should be good now. I'm amazed I have managed to avoid those cannons so far, honestly. And there's gonna be a fight here, right? No? Really feels like there should be. Guess not. Oh, shield one's new. Got it. That's not what I meant to do. I need to stop doing that. Okay, hope that actually that might work. Okay. Okay, so the hookshot may be an option on the shields. I'm not sure.
As they reached her ship, Renato suddenly felt a sharp pain in his stomach. He was surprised to see a crossbow bolt sticking out of it.
The rabbit was the
I was
murderer.
going to lead the Empire to a secret base.
Tough cookie.
Lapino. But no, you had to screw up my plan because you still got a thing for her. Renato stared at Zenobia. The kiss. Was it real? She said, with a look of indescribable sorrow.
I cannot say I was not expecting this
She
part of the
gestured
story.
and said an arcane word, and Lapino went flying into the abyss, screaming, "I'm telling your father!" Then she knelt down to cradle his head.
That does explain why
The
he
paw
wasn't actually
felt very
imprisoned.
soft and warm. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Lapino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the Mad Rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
So I think I finished one storyline, and then I can go back through. I see, okay, and once the thing's all laid out, I'll be able to unlock the final ending, I think. New truth revealed, Lapino is a traitor, so I can now use the tier 2 skills. New location, Desert Temple. Yeah, story number 5, don't think twice. Okay, so 4 truths. Once I have all 4 of them, I can unlock a new... Okay, that's interesting. So this will unlock the final story then. So there's how many stories? 24. Wow, there's a lot.
He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Yes. Alright. I'm gonna go find the temple.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful.
Sounds like a bird.
If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Renato went ostrich hunting.
It's definitely interesting seeing how many different storylines there are. I'm sure that a lot of it's just webbed together, but still 24 is a lot to do.
Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away.
Were all these things the Iblis Stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
So the book is obviously a book of Destinies. Alright.
What could he craft with the materials he had? Bernardo had a pretty good idea, actually.
As I was saying, which is actually a good way of doing the Destinies thing, considering that Destiny is not meant to be a straight line. It's meant to be a path of choices. And a workshop, perfect. Do I have enough? Okay, do not have enough. I can upgrade the hero sword, however, and allows me to heal myself. Seems like a good upgrade.
His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
Yeah, I'll take that. I will gladly take that. At this point, this is better than the fire one. And I am curious as to what the other next upgrade will be. Oh, okay, so level 2 is its max. Fair enough. That makes things easier for me, actually.
The air here tasted bitter. The steps were too tall for a person. The entire place felt restless, like it had been vexed to nightmare under the dust, waiting for its hour to come around at last.
Alright. Ooh, I don't like how dark it got. And there they are. Not the shield one. Ah, I'm trying to hold on to one of you.
Come over here.
Well, that didn't work how I wanted it to. That works. The shield ones are annoying.
Already here, cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. Then he hadn't come too late.
Okay, so not completely healed, but it works for now. So yeah, that's definitely a power-up worth having.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable.
Alright, I have access to tier 2 now. You have to have tier 1 to be able to do tier 2, fair enough. I'm getting this. I need that shield hooking. Alright, what does time do again? It's probably worth having.
Swell. He'd always wanted to do that.
I should mention, I took a look at some of the trophies. It does look like you absolutely can get every single power-up, so that's good. Yeah, we're not doing that. And get rid of that. Those the arenas are bigger in this area. And I have energy, so I can heal up again. I don't need to be maxed out, I just need to have a decent chance, and this works. Okay, I think I need the ice sword for that. Yep, okay. So I can't do that yet. What's down this way? I know the hero sword will open that gate, so what's down this way? A workbench. My hookshot's not long enough. Okay.
I need more materials, thought Renato.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I can go through here. I don't know if I actually had to switch, but just in case, I figured I would. Trophy earned Explorer. Okay. So that counts as the alternate path then. Family Jewels. Getting gems. Energy on kill, and I didn't see what the other one was. But yeah, I might as well use them. Okay. Oh, I only got one. It just popped up to show me. Okay, got it. Gives me sword energy back. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't think I have any others. No. Treasure Hunter would be nice. 'Cause I'm sure I know what that does.
What were these poles exactly? Parking meters from the time of the lost gods?
Again, I love the humor in this game. I don't know why I didn't play this before. No ore there. That's a void, so I can't do anything there. I don't think
Don't get ahead of yourself, lad.
Yeah, I didn't think I had any. I just wanted to be sure. Can't open that. The switch is on the other side. So I guess this is where I have to go. And there they are. Alright, first things first. Yeah, that hookshot upgrade was definitely worthwhile. Ooh, that does not look fun. I mean, it looks fun, but not in... You know what I mean. I think. Not entirely convinced I know what I mean.
The Ravens at least could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
Oh, that means things are going to be bad for me soon, doesn't it? There's going to be something rolling down after me, isn't there? I don't think I leveled it. Yeah, not leveled yet. Okay. Just double checking.
This thing really needed a roof.
Oh, there's convection, some infection. Okay, I'm trying to activate this. Okay, I see how it works. Got it. This is actually a clever puzzle. Okay. Actually, it's the first real puzzle in this game so far, isn't it? So your goal is to block the flame so you can get across. Okay, this is going to be like a boss fight or something, right? Oh yeah, something I can interact with on the underneath a bunch of lava, well, in an area with a bunch of lava under a temple. Yeah, this screams boss fight.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no
Or
light,
not.
like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up.
Oh, that's not
Who
good.
said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once. And Renato wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor.
Yeah, I'm not
Why
doing
not
that one.
capture the core of Sky Ripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. What's the core? Said the stone anxiously.
I don't care. We're going for the core.
The stone bothered him. He hated being told what to do. Wasn't that why he joined the rebellion? Wasn't that why he'd refused to be a soldier? He'd agreed to come on board only if he could freelance. The stone felt a bit clingy. The sage Calaveras had told him where to find the Sky Ripper, a weapon capable of challenging the gods. Even without its armature, the core would still possess great power. He would go there.
That's that last one story. I can't go and kill the princess.
The moment he landed the Farfarer, Renato had a rare feeling of regret. It's not too late, he thought. He could turn around and sail for Zenobia's island. He frowned.
Ooh, I don't like that glowing.
Wait a minute. He didn't want to kill Zenobia, did he? Sure, technically she was the enemy, but they'd been at Sword Fu school together. They'd never been lovers, but somehow they'd been closer. She'd told him every secret about herself. Except the biggest one. That she was the Emperor's daughter. No. Kill Zenobia, whispered the stone.
Shut up, Stone.
Before it's too late.
Never should have gone to the stone in the first place. Oh, this is pretty. What is that? Yeah, I'm jumping down. I'm sure I'll regret it, but I have to know. So obviously the purple glow is the Iblis.
There was something sour in the air. like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
And green path. Leads to a chest. Got it. Okay. Not quite enough to get a new
You
sword.
could use this material to craft a spork. Or a sword.
You know, if this game will give me a spork as a weapon, I will take it. There's whispering coming from the left, so I'm gonna... Okay, no, that's not what I was expecting. 10 more before I can make a new sword. I definitely have enough to make the water sword, or ice sword, or whatever it is. Actually, whispering might just be the stone talking to me for all I know. Hello, thanks for watching. So I finished my first round of this, and I'm definitely interested in the way this works, and there's a warlock.
Where did that go to?
And so now I'm on my second playthrough, and it looks like I'll have to play this at least 4 times to get the final ending. Well, probably more than that, because I'm sure I'm going to miss the truth at some point. It's a very clever game, it's cute. I definitely recommend getting it.
The stone hadn't lied about what it could do for him. With each raven he cut down, he felt a jolt of power flowing into his arm. "You're weak," whispered the stone. "The core will kill you."
Shut up, Stone.
Are you afraid of it? No, don't be ridiculous. It chuckled. But it's unstable. It will poison you if so much as carry it. And if you try to use it, it will explode catastrophically.
If it gets rid of
Bernardo
you...
did not trust rocks that talked in his head. He went onwards.
I made the mistake of going for that Iblis stone on this one, and yeah, it's definitely a mistake. I'm sure this is going to end up being a truth. Which would be my second one of 4.
All you know is what you know. You know?
I cannot upgrade anything at the moment. Doesn't look like there's anything back there. So, through here it is. I see the shield. I'm so glad I upgraded the hook shot, because those shields are a pain to get rid of normally.
Was that your shield?
Because the way to do it normally is to throw a grunt at the one carrying the shield, and that's can be really annoying, especially when you're surrounded like this. For smoke shot, I just have to fire it once, and we're good. And I leveled up, alright. Can I brick these? Probably not. That cannot be a good sign. It's light, so it's the counterpart to the stone, isn't it? Oh, I think you're what I came
As he
here for.
approached the core, the stone became hysterical. No! It's too much power. We'll rip a hole in space and time. He had a sudden vision of plunging his gauntlet into the core and dying in anguish. That wasn't his vision, was it? The stone had sent him its darkest fears, hadn't it?
I think so.
He had a sudden impulse to do exactly that. He raised his right fist and plunged it into the core. There was a rush of light. He thought he could hear the stone screaming. And then He passed out. When Renato came to, the core was gone. But the Iblis stone was no longer black, but glowing with a blue light.
Makes sense. They're counterparts
And
to
it
each
was
other.
silent. I can't hear you, he sang out. And, you? It didn't answer. Ha, he said. He had defeated the demonic gem with the power of his mind. He felt invincible. It was time to attack the Imperial outpost on the Nexus. Take the battle to the enemy. But among the huge crystals, there was also an observatory. A wise man would probably ask the scientists exactly what he had first. How wise was he?
Smart enough to go to the scientists.
As the Farfarer made its way toward the Nexus, Renato could see tiny sparks in the blackness that was the Iblis stone. As if somewhere within it, the core was still spitting out energy, which the Iblis stone sucked in hungrily.
You'd think the stone would want this kind of power, wouldn't it? Thought Renato. Well, the scientists would explain it all. See? He'd trusted his gut, and it had worked out. That's what it meant to be a hero. To ignore the naysayers and the odd-makers, and do what you knew was right, and have it turn out to be the right thing. Well, he wasn't worried. Once he got to the observatory, the scientist toads could explain it. Then he could carry the war into the enemy's camp and destroy them all. Oh dear, he was getting a little bloodthirsty, wasn't he?
Okay, this is clever. I've actually been on this level before, but not at this point. I was actually started off down there. That's clever. I like that. Oh. Oh, I was holding that down by accident. I thought the stone was doing the energy. No, I was actually accidentally pressing the button.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Again, I'm the one supposed to be making bad jokes. Get rid of that. I said get rid of that. Alright. Where are you taking me?
Oh, this really didn't have much in the way of safety features, did it?
No workbench. Five more ore, I can make another sword. Void, so I can't do that. Alright, altar. What do I want to put points into? What does combat do? Aggressive defense, countering attack now causes damage. I don't really end up countering that often. Dash could be useful to have that upgraded. That could be useful. Or I'd go straight for health. We're going with
Cool.
health.
Wish I could do that.
I feel like health's going to be the better one at the moment. There they are. The Warlock. yeah, theoretically I can use the Warlock to my advantage. Let's face it, it's not happening.
For a moment, I wished that somebody had been watching.
Alright, that's not destroyable.
Renato had never felt better in his life. Normally, a battle would wear him down, and he would need a night's sleep. Now, he felt like he could go all night and all day. He felt like people were cheering him on, and he could practically hear their applause as he slew one raven after another.
Yeah, I'm really thinking these stones are both bad. Which is why I'm going to the scientists. Actually, I'm going backwards from how I was the first time I was here, I think. Come on. There we go. Two more. Just two more. Alright, so obviously this is the way to go.
Smashing things was fun.
Never trust
The Imperial
anything
fleet was
upstairs.
closing in on the rebels, forcing them to come out and fight. Renato was itching to bring the fight to the enemy. He had to remind himself not to be too reckless.
That's why we're going to the scientists. Ah, so close. Oh, I thought I had more water essence. Guess not. Alright, so I actually can't make a new sword yet. Well, I can upgrade the fire sword if I get two more, so that's still something. Okay, I see how this is going to work. Okay, I was wrong, but kind of right at the same time. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch.
Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but
I walked
boy,
into
did
that
they
one.
sting if you didn't pay attention.
Yeah, that's what happened there. You're
Some
new.
people were just liable to explode if you upset them.
Okay, and Warlock. I do like that, based off of what you've done previously, the paths do change, even if you're on the same level.
Oops. Thought Renato.
It's easy enough to get rid of those guys, so I'm not going to worry too much. Again, I'm sure I can use it for my advantage, but I'm not good enough to do that. Can't go there, so down here... Destroy these first. Okay, got more wind essence. Okay, so I can upgrade the fire sword at this point.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
Alright. Wish I had more water essence. So I prefer to have a new sword than upgrade the fire sword at this point. There's not really anything I can do with these. Can't go over there. Okay. Through the door it is.
The toads at the observatory measured the stone with their occult devices. I fed it the core of Sky Ripper, explained Renato. No more TV blood and souls.
But the core is not an unlimited energy source,
Said one toad. Another said,
there's a feedback loop, you see, which could overload the stone.
Yeah, the stone doesn't actually feed on souls,
claimed a third.
but on pain of killing another sentient being. If you can truly be at peace with yourself, it would not overload.
This was all very confusing. At peace. Yes, the mountains were peaceful and quiet, but he now had the power to turn the tides. He should report to the Rebellion Council and prepare for the decisive battle.
We're going to the mountains.
The one thing he understood from all the Toad arguments, maybe the stone did not feed on blood or souls or rage. It fed on empathy. It fed on the pain he felt when he put an end to another being's existence. Even if that other being was a raven intent on killing him. If he could find peace, then he could use the power of the Ibla Stone without being taken over by its evil. The mountains. He would go to the mountains. He could find peace there.
There's definitely storylines I'm probably not going to be doing. At least not on stream.
Unfortunately, the mountains were not empty. There were ravens everywhere. No matter. He had to fight, yes, but he didn't have to be angry. Parry, dodge, slash, and breathe. Yes, focus on the rhythm, the dance of it, not on the blood or the raven's core as they died. Ah, it was working. He wasn't feeling those dark jolts of eldritch energy. He wasn't feeding the Iblis Stone.
Really do love the story here. So I want to reach the mountaintop.
He felt like Tarzan.
Again, a level I've actually been on, but in a completely different area. Any chance you have water? Nope. Okay, I really don't need any of... Well, I guess the apple helps. Well, I got more void energy. I'm halfway to the void sword.
Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
Okay, I recognize this area. Got here a lot sooner this time. Where are you? There you are. Ooh, almost leveled.
The stone was still silent.
His mind was his own, and his heart, too. He bore them no ill will, these ravens. They were doing their job. They were expressing their nature. Dance, whirl, parry, jab, and breathe. It was all so simple, wasn't it? But something was missing. He didn't feel truly at peace. Wait. Wasn't this near where Calaveras lived? The sage would help him figure it all out.
Okay. So I am going to the same place, but looks like I'm getting there faster this time, which is interesting. I mean, I could just be misremembering things, even though I just did this a tiny little bit ago.
Hey, what do ravens say when they die? Never mind. Oh, wait.
I have the ability to heal, so I'm not worrying too much there. I don't know, I'll get the energy back.
To take on new powers.
Alright, so I leveled up, that's good. Alright, that works. I saw there was a different path I could have gone through. Oh well. I screwed that up. Simply because I wasn't paying any attention. 2 more of those, I can do the water sword, or ice sword, I'm still not sure which it is. I should really be reading descriptions. Oh, that was it? Okay. So I can go that way, or I can do the hook shot. I'm doing the hook shot. Okay. Glad I did. Just need 1 more of those order essences. Works.
Renata hoped his mother wasn't watching.
Now I need to know who the narrator is on this, because their voice is perfect. Yep, this is the end of the level, basically. Unless there's some trick it has for me here. Whoops, I meant to destroy more of those. Destroy these ones.
lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Wait, I need to check something here then. Okay. Why? Why would I want to... There has to be a reason I would want it down. Because it was already up when I started. Well, I'm gonna go with what I know.
The Iglis Stone, silenced by the Skyripper's core, had given Renato enough power to challenge the Imperial fleet. But what Renato was seeking was inner peace. The rebellion was on the verge of extinction, but it would have to wait.
Come on, let me destroy these, and... okay. We're glitching. This is what happens when you're running it off of an external drive.
Sometimes, at home, he'd wave his sword around for hours.
Hey, this is a kid's game. You shouldn't be saying that. Alright, level up. And we're going to put that into the health, because it doesn't hurt to have more health. Max health is not a bad thing at all.
At the end of the mountain path, he found the wise Calaveras in his workshop. To fix souls or only artifacts? He asked the sage.
Does your soul need fixing?
Asked the sage. I've been killing a lot of ravens lately, he told the sage.
You're a fox,
said Calaveras.
To kill birds is part of your nature. Take joy in it. I mean, I might as well worry about eating flies. Would you like a fly?
It was true. That's what he had forgotten. The joy. Now he was ready for the final battle. The Farfarer cut through the clouds. The air had never felt so sweet since he was a child. There it was. The dreaded Imperial fleet. He could smell wet hemp ropes ahead. Wood and tar and ravens. Even the fleet smelt good, somehow. He was ready. He was ready.
Okay. That's kind of odd thing to do when you have a whole bunch of anthropomorphic characters, but okay, I'll take it. Void Gate, you can't do anything there.
Renato had it all squared away in his head.
He would kill the Emperor. Isengrim III had begun well, but he had gone mad. He was trying to invoke the lost gods by means of dark, blasphemous rituals. That was a secret. But the victims had spoken to Renato. The ghosts had spoken. No. No anger. Renato could not afford anger. It was empowering the crystal in his sword. That made him stronger, but it clouded his mind. He would not be a hero. A hero strives. Renato would just be one with everything. The Emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain. A crafting bench. Renato wondered what he could make with it.
Alright. I know I can upgrade the fire sword. Can I do... No, not yet. Well, it doesn't take long to get the ores, so I might as well upgrade Firestorm. Masamune is for Melancholy. I can't read the rest of that. Hold while attacking sets all surrounding enemies on fire. I'm probably going to be sticking with the healing. But it doesn't hurt to have it upgraded. I really do love the way this is set up. Based off the paths you take, you'll get different routes throughout the levels. I'm not even talking about the paths in the levels themselves, I'm talking about the story paths. Obviously can't go through there. Leveled up as much as I can get, so I can't do anything with that.
The portal was heavily guarded. It must go someplace they really didn't want it to
There
go.
we go. Yeah, I'm never getting a perfect counter. Are you one of these floaty guys? Yes, you are. Okay. You look different. That's all I was sure. Almost at another level. Alright, got here a lot quicker than I did the last time around.
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
Come on, I know there's more. Or not. Right, I more or less know what to expect here. Before I do that, can I? Yes, I can. Okay. Need to be sure. So I'll take any ore I can get. Can't remember what the boxes will have in them, so I'm just gonna break them and no more ore there. Alright. Actually, things changed. I think. I guess because I don't have, oh, right, I don't need to find a new ship this time, so... Alright. So I didn't have to go through the fleet. Can't do anything there. Maybe I do have to go through the fleet.
His hook didn't break.
Okay, that works. Any apples? I mean, at least now I have a way to heal myself, so it doesn't matter as much, but... Not to mention I have a lot more health than I did before.
These platforms are great. Renato wanted one for his house.
I mean, I kind of do too. there. Ooh, almost leveled up. I'm at full health. Alright.
But the more he thought about it, and he had so much more time to think about it now that he was not worrying about the battle, killing the Emperor would not change anything. Another would take his place. Perhaps Zenobia. Perhaps the Speaker of the Rebel Council, and power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief, and grief would lead to hatred. He must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create violence. But how?
Interesting. Not where I thought this game was going to go. Alright. Okay, I know I need to hook shot, and I missed that one, so wait. I still have to go through the fleet, but I don't have to go through as many on the fleet. Gotcha, okay. Don't really need the energy right now, but it doesn't hurt to have it. Okay. Any more ore? No? Alright.
Kill the rebel! Call Van Raven.
I just thought the end of this will probably be, find a way to save the kid. Oh, the shield's right. Oh, I thought I got rid of yours. Healing is definitely worth having.
I hear you're the dead, silent type.
It's not even clever. Alright. Doing this. This will presumably take me to Zenobia. Based off of what I've seen previously. Oh, I couldn't go there before.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Maybe? You know if I'm letting this because of the energy I have, or if it's just something that's there. Ice Warlock? Oh, you buff. Okay. Got it. Getting rid of you. Priority should be the buffing ones, then the flame ones, then the shield ones, and I really need to get rid of you. And did that work? I'm honestly not sure. Oh, that can't be good. I refuse to believe that's anything good. Can't heal anymore, and there's no crates here. Oh, only one way I can go.
Finally, he came to the Emperor's ship. The path behind him was
Drama
strewn
in a
with
shiny
dead ravens.
stone.
The path to enlightenment. His mistake, he realized, was trying to change the world. The world would spin and the wheel would revolve whether he strove against it or not. What he had to do was nothing. He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position, and began to meditate. And all around him, the warriors stopped fighting too. They knew. They could feel his enlightenment. They gave up fighting, dropped their weapons, and became his disciples. No, just kidding. The nearest raven stabbed him with a sword and then chopped off his head.
That sounds more likely.
Might not have thought this through properly. Thought Renato's head as it rolled around the deck and died.
Did I earn another
Renato
truth at least?
stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Okay, so is that a truth then? Alright, because I don't see it on there. Hero transcends being a hero to become one with everything. Reward is a level up. Yep, okay, got new truth revealed. Iblis Stone corrupts. Tier 3 unlocked. So I need 2 more. One is about, I forgot her name already, but the cat. And I don't know what this one is.
But that meant there must be a destiny where he survived and won, right? Otherwise, what was the point? And with that, the book's pages fluttered back once more to the beginning, and the clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Alright, well, next up, we are going to start with Build the Sky Ripper then.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could
that was the
fathom.
cat's name.
But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
God, I love this game. This is such a great setup game, and I know the people who created this have another game out, so I'll have to look into that. If it has a similar
As
structure
he
to
set
this,
foot in the
I know it'll
island,
be good.
Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious.
Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne? Did rabbits? Renato felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper?
Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Well, guess we'll see. Got the armature. Knew there had to be something back here.
A chest full of old banana peels. There had to be more. There was.
Okay, that looks like the way I meant to go, which means there's probably something up here. And there is! Okay, only a little bit more, I'll be able to get the water sword, ice sword. Again, I really should be paying more attention. I think it's just 6 more ore that I need. Well, I can check here. Four more ore. Okay. It's Winter Thorn, so it's Ice Sword. Got it. Wait a minute. One more. Where will this take me? Just right back there. Okay. I'm sure I'm going to be blocked off from going back there. Oh, not you again.
Sleep tight, thought Renato.
Paleontologist. Not sure what that one is for. Maybe it's for putting out the lights? I don't know. Okay, void I can't do anything with. I'm locked in here now.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls?
Probably.
The
That's
Sky
why they
Ripper
built the
could
castle.
destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Alright. That's probably going to be worthwhile. But I could also go for the health. I have 2 skill points, so I get the health right away. Yeah, I'm going for the health.
More and more extraordinary.
Alright, that should put me at what, 3? I was already at 2. Did I misread what that does? Oh, sword energy. Okay. Oh, that's still worthwhile. Okay. More sword energy I have, the more I can heal. And I can't get over there, can I? No. Okay. Don't have the sword for that. And I was wondering when you'd show up.
Smelt burnt fur.
And get rid of that. Okay.
Do we have to stop?
Heal up. And then I'll grab the energy fruit. Oh yeah, that... Okay, it was worth doing the energy upgrade if I wasn't paying enough attention to realize that was what it was. Alright. So now I can get the chest back here, probably. Yep. Alright, I have enough to make a new sword.
That's my order, thought Renato. He was such a wit.
Again, it's my job to be making the jokes. Though, granted, I actually wouldn't have thought of that one. What is that? That looks important. The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. The most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence? Or was it the price to pay for using such tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? My rituals will summon the Iblis Stone. Perhaps I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that's the case, I should spare no resources to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the old ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try. He made a deal with the elder gods. Ah, man, this Emperor's a moron. But gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Isengrim III, Secret Journal. And honestly, I wasn't expecting to find that. Void, so I can't do that. And these guys again. Alright.
2 eyes good. 1 eye dead.
Alright, so Animal Farm then. Where are you going? And, well, it doesn't matter, you're dead. And I was afraid of that. But thankfully, I can heal that. Stupid mistake on my part that was easily avoided. I think this one's the last one. Yeah, because I see another light coming up behind it. works. Looks like there might be some... Nope, can't go on there at all. Can I climb up here at all? Looks like I should be able to, but nope. Again, I wasn't paying attention. Got rid of the shields, that works. I need to pay attention when they have exclamation points. Granted, it won't always help, but it'll help more often than not. Why are there two? Okay.
A puzzle. Bernardo loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
Yeah, that's how puzzles work. Okay, ooh, I can go in here. Yep, no surprise there. And get rid of your shield. There's the explodies, some more shields. Get away from there. Alright. Gotta be something good back here.
This chest contained blank passports from 15 countries. And something useful.
I can actually still go further.
That had been his mistake before. Thinking he could win a battle of wills with an ancient evil all by himself. He had to be cleverer than that. Or braver. Or something.
Did I just bypass the puzzle by doing this? I think I may have. Yeah, I completely bypassed the puzzle. But it gave me rewards that I needed, so that worked out. Don't have any skill points, can't do that. Oh, and there it is.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway.
The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all?
He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest in the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Yeah, it makes sense to complete the Skyripper at this point.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
I actually know how to get the core because I got it before, so... I think there's a workbench right away on this level, too.
Doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did.
Of course, that's
Somehow,
where
he'd impulsively
workbench is.
decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense? The waterfall was spectacular.
Oh,
You
there
had
we
to
go.
enjoy these things as they came. We passed this way but once.
I should be able to... Yep, there we go. Freeze enemies. Okay, I'm sticking with the hero sword. I'm mostly just doing these to, to unlock the doors, so I'm trying to say. Oh, I don't have to rely on... Okay, good. Okay, I'm not
Sharp?
sure why you're...
Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword?
Doesn't swing for some reason. Alright, now I'm curious. Can I actually get back there? Probably not. Nope, can't get back there. But at least now I have the ice one. Which means the only one I still need is Void. Forgot how powerful the dashes actually are. Oh yeah, that's going to make things so much easier. Presumably, if I had been able to open that ice door, I would have been able to get to that chest down there. Alright, so now I need to get to where that well is.
There was something sour in the air.
Oh, apparently I'm already in that area.
Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
I can't go that way.
Once, he'd found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
What? Okay.
You
Sure.
almost never saw wild gogglers together like this. The toads had to train them not to peck each other to death. So these had to be Imperial gogglers. That meant ravens were up ahead. Whee!
Alright, wait till those two turn around. Then wait till they turn around again. And now. I keep thinking the armature is something attacking me. Ugh. And let's... Okay, that's as much as I can be healed. That's fine.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Really? Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Alright, that switch probably raises up shields to block.
Of course there was a puzzle. You couldn't expect the transcendent Emperor to bury a god's eye in a leather sack where anyone could pick it up.
Okay, yeah, I see how this puzzle works. I think. And now, if I do this one, I should be completely protected. Okay, I have to activate this.
Ow, 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 ow.
Okay, if I was quicker, I would have been fine. Got it. Well, can't use the altar. Don't have any skill points. Alright, get rid of you first. Like I said, you first. Talking about you, warlocks. They're actually warlocks. 2 of them? That's annoying. That was weird. Oh no, not the buffing one. Yeah.
It's full of stars.
Alright, let's try this again. Right, get rid of you first. There's a way to lock on, I don't remember what it is. Okay, now the warlock should appear. They have to kill one first. There, no? There it is. Stop that. They got rid of the rough one. Okay. And there it is. The core.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend. Yeah, that made him feel better. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
we're going to the observatory again, and I'll probably call the stream here.
Of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
Okay, so the truth from this path is going to be from the weapon, I'm guessing.
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
Alright, so I am going to call it here, and we'll pick up here next time. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, and have a great time wherever it may be. Bye, guys!